শিবনর আদি করি চমর দুলায় সঞ্জয় মুকুন্দ বাসু ঘোষাদি গায় সঞ্জয় শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্ট বাজে বাজে করতাল শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা শিব শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্ট বাজে বাজে করতাল শিব শঙ্খ বাজে মাধুরা মৃদঙ্গ বাজে পরম রসালা মাধুরা মৃদঙ্গ এ মাধুরা মৃদঙ্গ বাজে পরম রসালা মাধুরা মে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্ট বাজে বাজে করতাল মধুরা মৃদঙ্গ বাজে পরম রসালা মধু শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্ট বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে প্লে প্লে সুর মধুর মধুর বাজে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে শঙ্খ हे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर मधुर शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल कि बहु कोटि चंद्र जिने बदन उजाला कोटि चंद्र कि बहु कोटि चंद्र जिन्हें बदान उजाला। गला देश बाना माला करे झलमाला देश माला। शिवा शिवा सुख नारदा प्रेमे गद गद। शिवा शिवा भक्ति विनोदा देखे गौरार संपाद। भक्ति विनोदा गौरे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री हे कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Gaur Hare, Jai Sachinandana, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hey Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hari Bol, Hare Rama, Hey Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. गोविंद जय जय गोपाल, जय जय गोपाल, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल, जय जय गोविंद, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद, जय जय राधा राधा रमण हरि गोविंद, जय जय। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Jaya Radha Madhava Gauranitai Jagannath Baladev Subhatra Mai Jaya Radha Madhava Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada परमहंस परिव्राजक आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्तविंद की जय। गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। वृंद देवी की जय। वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की जय। कृष्ण बलराम की जय। जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर जी भगवान की जय। जय राधा माधव जी भगवान की जय। जय निताई गौर सुंदर भगवान की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। निताई गौर सीतनाथ प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, glories, glories to Guru and Gauranga. All glories to the Prabhupada. Gaura Premanande.
Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadadaine Hiranyakashipo Vakshaha Shilatanka nakaraye Ito Narsimha parato Narsimha Yato yato yami tato Narsimha Panir Narsimha Hirdaye Narsimha Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prabhade Tavakara Kamaravare Nakam Adbhuta Shingam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Anubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jai Jai
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome everyone to ISKCON Baltimore, the abode of Nitai Gaur Sundar, Giri Govardhan Jagannath Baldev Subhadramai, the most beautiful Shri Radha Madhav. First I'd like to thank you Pujaris for dressing the so beautifully. A loud Haribol for them please. Is anybody coming for the first time here today? What's your name, Prabhu? Sumit? Okay, loud Haribol for Sumit, Prabhu. Thank you so much for coming. So, yesterday we had a most amazing Rath Yatra. It was Lord Jagannath's 50th Rath Yatra, and it happened in the beautiful place in New York City, 5th Avenue. Almost 20,000 people were there. And it was the most joyous occasion. The Lord was roaring in the streets so beautifully. I think it was just, everyone was so in happiness actually. It was just a sight to see. I think every year they have different Jagannath. This year, Jagannath decided that it's my 50th year, I should go to New York City. So it creates so many beautiful pastimes that I'm convinced that this Jagannath is the most powerful Jagannath in USA actually. Because he does so many pastimes, I can tell, but many of the pastimes happened just 3 days before, when it's just miraculously, suddenly he wasn't going, then he went, and then the 3 chariots were coming through, and suddenly he said, no, only Jagannath will stand there. So 3 chariots, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra were going in the chariot, and hundreds of thousands of people were watching him, and he looked so it's just, those who were there yesterday, they couldn't vouch for that. It was the most beautiful Rath Yatra I've seen ever. So that's wonderful. Now, I think few upcoming announcement. 29th of June will be Snan Yatra. That's the day Lord takes a bath, and then after that will be disappear from our side for 2 weeks when he gets sick, and then 15th he'll come gloriously outside with the Rath Yatra in the farm actually for that one. So 29th, please mark your calendar. It's a weekday, but we'll be starting from 3 to 6:30 p.m. because we can go too long. So try to adjust the time if you would like to participate in that one. I think, also I think I'd like to announce one more thing. So 2 of our dear congregation members got connected to the Parampara. What a wonderful name they were given. One was Kiran Goyal Mataji, and Vaishyak Prabhu gave her the name Kirti Mala Devi Dasi. Hari Bol. Other one is Hemavati Mataji, and she became Ratna Mekhala Devi Dasi. We pray to Lordship that now the initiation means your real life, spiritual life is starting now, and pray to them that they can just progress so wonderfully that they can just serve in the lotus feet of their Lordships and become wonderful devotees. That's what you can pray for. So I think now we'd like to welcome a speaker for today, His Grace Sundaran Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Sundaran Prabhuji, we can say that he's the heart of our ISKCON Baltimore because the amount people are looking forward for his guidance, everything, he's always there, spends countless hours taking care of many different things. Sometimes becomes a volunteer coordinator. Morning time he's like doing Srimad Bhagavatam, evening doing Chaitanya Charitamrit. So many wonderful things. He's very well read actually. He's a senior disciple, his only Romad Maharaj. So it's really just a blessing to have him in our congregation. And today we'll hear about Nav Bhakti for that. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna devotees, nice to see all of you. So my obeisance to all of you. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kupasindhu bhyavacha paditanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. So we'll start with brief prayers. Today we'll discuss from Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, Prahlad Maharaj pastime, his instructions. So we'll start with brief prayers. I'll say it and you can repeat after me. This is Bhagavatam invocation prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So I'll also offer the prayers to our Guru Parampara, starting with Prabhupada. Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindan Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. So, welcome. Sumit Prabhu, right, your name? Welcome. So, please don't mind me. I'll repeat some basic things for some of you are very senior. You're senior to me in realization and your bhakti. So some of the things will be very basic, so that way everybody are coming here all at different levels. So we can get everybody along with us. Yeah. So first we start with the Srimad Bhagavatam. What is this Srimad Bhagavatam? Many devotees know what is Bhagavad Gita. That is very popular, because Bhagavad Gita is the scriptures spoken by Lord Krishna himself in the beginning of the war of Mahabharata. So then Srimad Bhagavatam is also a scripture out of the 18 Mahapuranas. This is the most important Purana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself in the Kali Yuga, he referred to as Amala Purana. That is Purana which has no contamination. So it's pure, very pure like that. So this Srimad Bhagavatam Purana, out of all the 18 Puranas, is the best, considered the best of the Puranas. It is so good, not only Srimad Bhagavatam glorifies itself, but other Puranas also glorify Srimad Bhagavatam like that. Generally, in an assembly of scholars, one scholar doesn't praise another scholar, I heard. I don't know if some of you are in scholarly field, you'll know more, but that's what I heard. They don't praise another one. They'll say, how great I am. But in case of Puranas, they glorify Srimad Bhagavatam as the best Purana like that. So, in fact, Srimad Bhagavatam is so wonderful that Vyasadeva wrote in his maturity. That means in spiritual maturity. Like when he wrote all the Vedas, when he wrote all the Puranas, all the Itihasas, like Mahabharata, Ramayana, everything finished. All of them, when he's completing writing, then after that, then he was still feeling despondent, not satisfied, not blissful. Imagine, he has done such a great achievement. When we write one small article or one small poem or one small offering, it will be very difficult for us. He's achieved such a monumental thing. But after that, he's still despondent. Then his spiritual master, Srila Narada Muni comes. And then, like any other spiritual master has all the solutions for his disciples. So he has a solution for his disciple, Vyasadeva, telling him that you did a lot of things, but you did not sufficiently glorify Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So please do that. Like that he says. He asks him to meditate and then write on what he realized through meditation like that. So with the blessings of Narada Muni, and Srila Vyasadeva writes the second version of Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapurana. First version he already wrote. Yeah? Second version with more elaborate with Krishna's pastimes. Further elaborating and stressing on pure devotion service, bhakti. So that is the significance of Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapurana. And Srimad Bhagavatam is like natural commentary on a Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta Sutra is a small statements that are concluding, summarizing the whole Vedas that Sri Vyasadeva wrote. But it's a small statement, Atato Brahma Jignasa. How are we supposed to understand that small statement? So for those statements, he elaborated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's called natural commentary because the author of Vedanta Sutra and author of this Srimad Bhagavatam are same. That's why it's called natural commentary. So Srimad Bhagavatam is so wonderful. Like devotees relish reading Srimad Bhagavatam every day. Just now we were reciting the verse, invocation verse, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So when we do, Nityam is every day. When we read Srimad Bhagavatam, when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam every day, then what will happen? All the inauspicious things will go away. Number one. Number two, Krishna and Krishna's bhakti will be established in our heart. Such great potency is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Not only that, in Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna himself. And when Krishna left this planet at the end of Dwapara Yuga, in the beginning of the Kali Yuga, then is one of the verses in Srimad Bhagavatam itself describes how Srimad Bhagavatam arrives like sun coming up, like that. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the place where all the religious principles are taking shelter in Srimad Bhagavatam, like that. So even seeing Srimad Bhagavatam, even touching Srimad Bhagavatam, reading little bit every day is very beneficial for all of our devotees. So in other way devotees describe Srimad Bhagavatam is Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna and Srimad Bhagavatam is speaking about Krishna. Like that also it is described. Because Srimad Bhagavatam has wonderful descriptions of Krishna's form, how does it look, and then Krishna's qualities, and then Krishna's different pastimes, and also different devotees, how their relationship is with Krishna. How do they accept bhakti? How do they practice bhakti? So what kind of desires they cultivate? What kind of spiritual desires they have? Everything we can learn from Srimad Bhagavatam. Generally, when we think of a book, we think of a book as a theory. But Srimad Bhagavatam is so wonderful, it's a wonderful book for daily practice for us. So today, we've chosen one such practical section of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam has 12 different cantos, and out of the 12 cantos, 7th canto is what we are referring to today. And 7th canto has wonderful pastimes. The prominent pastime one of the prominent pastimes in 7th canto is Sri Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj and Lord Narasimhadev. So that's a prominent pastime. So in this pastime, what we'll hear is, I will not go into the details of the pastime today. Essentially, Prahlad Maharaj is one of the pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. And Prahlad Maharaj is giving his instructions to his friends, classmates, in the 7th canto, 5th chapter. So we'll go to the 7th canto, 5th chapter, 23 and 24 verses. Interestingly, many devotees do a seminar of several classes for this particular section. Navavidha Bhakti it's called, that is 9 processes of Bhakti. But we'll cover what we can in the limited time today as in essence form for practical application of in everyday life is a practice in devotee. So I will briefly read the verse and the translation, and then we'll go into the details again. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada writes this 23-24 verse in 7th canto, 5th chapter, in case anybody is referring to the verse also. Sri Prahlada Uvacha Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevaram Achanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu Bhakti Che Navalakshana Kriyeta Bhagavati Adha Tanmanye Aditam Uttamam. So it's a nice verse. All the children are upstairs anyway. Yeah. So we'll read the translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Prahlad Maharaj said, hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Lord Vishnu. So that is summarizing 2 of the main first elements, first process of devotion. Sravanam, which is hearing, Kirtanam, which is chanting. About what? That's what it described. Holy name, form, qualities, pastimes, and paraphernalia of the Lord. And paraphernalia includes Lord's devotees also. Somebody may think, oh, I don't care about devotees, I want to know about Krishna pastimes. So this is another way to look at it. Clearly it's given. And then next one is Smaranam, or remembering them, remembering all of this. And then next is Padasevanam, serving the lotus feet of the Lord. Next is offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia. Shodashopa Puja they call it. Our devotees do nice worship every day to the deities, especially in the morning with all articles of worship. And then during the day we just now observe the Arati ceremony. That is called Archanam. And then after that, offering prayers to the Lord. This is the element process of Vandanam. And then becoming his servant is called dasyam. And then considering the Lord one's best friend, this is called sakyam. And surrendering everything unto him, this is called atma nivedanam. Prabhupada is elaborating what does it mean. In other words, serving him with the body, mind and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. That is the reason we are learning about it, because they are representing pure devotion service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person. Not somebody has great scholarship in physics, chemistry, whatever like that. Greatest learned person. That doesn't mean they're not learned others, but most learned person. Why? Because the most important thing to learn in life is this. That's why. For he has acquired complete knowledge. So if you notice the last sentence, so one who has complete knowledge, one who has very learned person. So who is such a person? Who not knows so many things, so he can recite slokas, he can repeat everything. He can practically practice this 9 processes of devotional service in his life. Such a person is very learned person. So this is an interesting thing. Prabhupada also writes in one of the purports, knowing something means you're actually acting on it. Many times when we go for book distribution or tell somebody, they'll say, I know Krishna, I know Bhagavad Gita, I know Srimad Bhagavatam, I know Bhakti. So the knowing means, are we performing Bhakti? Are we doing any service to Krishna? Are we reading Bhagavad Gita? Are we reading Srimad Bhagavatam? So that is what we need to look at. For example, in the very beginning of Krishna consciousness, when we come to temple, first day when we come to temple, we understand the gist of Krishna consciousness already. Even without understanding so many classes, we get the gist already quickly. I am soul, I am not this body. I am servant of Krishna, I am not the enjoyer, I am not the controller. My purpose of life is to develop Krishna Prema, love for Krishna. So those basic things we already know quickly. Now, are we acting on each of these understandings? And do we realize that? Or I'm still acting as it is like before. I just know some more things, that's all. But my life continues as I'm doing 20 years ago, 30 years ago, like that. So that is what we need to reflect internally. We don't have to tell anybody, I speak this but I don't do this, like that. We internally reflect and then see how much of things I know, how much I'm applying, like that. Number 1. Number 2, when we're hearing any class, when we're reading scripture also, we need to see what is Prabhupada telling me, what is Krishna telling me, what is Prahlad Maharaj telling me in this sloka. That I need to pay attention, that I need to apply in my life. That is the way we need to receive the scripture. One angle. Another angle is, from this verse, what are we understanding? We're understanding who is a devotee, most learned person here in this context is described as. So we understand, oh, somebody is doing that, okay, that is why I need to take his association. Like that we need to recognize. So scripture is giving practical things for us to reflect on and work on in our life. Yeah? So now, one thing I wanted to highlight in this verse was, these 9 processes are accepted as pure devotion service. So that is one thing we are describing. So now, among all of these things, somebody may think, I don't have time to do all of these things. But our Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKCON, has made the process so simple that we can apply these things in daily practices in our life. Whether we come to temple daily or whether we are at home every day but come once a week to temple, doesn't matter. We can still practice them every day. So we can discuss some of these aspects, how to practice every day like that. But before we go there, I will describe one aspect. Some of you are very senior, but I will describe one misunderstanding some starting devotees might have first. Then we'll go to the details of these things. So one common misunderstanding is, what is bhakti? So, of course, we can go into still Rupa Goswami's definition of some of you know, Anyabilashita Sunyam, Gnana Karmadi Anavritam, Anukulyana, Krishnala Shrilam, Bhakti Ruttama. I'm not going there purposefully for this context of this class. So, some of us may think Bhakti means I come once a year to Janmashtami and offer prayers to the Lord. That is Bhakti. Of course, that is not the case because all of you are here today. So somebody may think once a week I come to temple and offer prayers or I offer some dakshina, that is Bhakti. And I go back. Somebody may be little bit better, little bit more. I come to temple, I offer dakshina, I offer obeisances to Krishna, and then I offer some prayers, and I take Charnamritam, I do pradakshina, that's it, that is Bhakti, I'm done for the life. So now somebody may think little bit more. Not only these things I do, I also come and sit and associate with devotees. I listen to Krishna Katha. I inquire from devotees who are already practicing what to do. There are temple pujaris who are practicing bhakti for so many decades now. We can ask them, how do you do this thing? How do you chant? How do you hear? How do you practice deity worship? We can ask them, what can I do at home like that? So that's the next level like that. So somebody may think, oh, I am Krishna, loves everybody. So none of this is wrong, by the way. I'm giving you some gradations of thinking what is bhakti for different people. Someone may think, okay, Krishna loves everybody, all the people. So when I serve somebody, that means I'm loving Krishna already. So that is bhakti. So when I'm helping somebody as a kind person, that is bhakti. Somebody may equate bhakti to that like that. So now from Mahajana, great devotee like Prahlad Maharaj, we are hearing what is direct bhakti practices. Not that others are not bhakti. So there are certain practices that are direct bhakti practices, like what we heard just now. And then certain practices like for everyday life, we need to get up in the morning, we need to clean ourselves, taking a shower, brushing our teeth like that, and wearing a clean cloth, and then doing our morning duties, including chanting, hearing, reading, deity worship like that, and then going to the office, working for so many hours in the office, and coming back. All these daily duties we need to do. Taking care of the family. So these activities of taking care of the family, doing office work, they also can be done as a bhakti, as an offering to Krishna. But they are not considered the direct devotional activities. Still, they are bhakti, if we are doing it to please Krishna. That connection we need to establish. So, if somebody has not established this connection, that I am doing this for Krishna, then they will not get the full potency of practicing bhakti. However, if we do these direct devotion practices every day, the sadhana every day, then it gives us the spiritual strength, it gives us the consciousness which we can do rest of the activities as bhakti to Krishna. So, even though taking care of the family for pleasing Krishna is also bhakti, if you are doing it for pleasing Krishna, helping others is also bhakti, if you are doing it for pleasing Krishna. But how do you get that consciousness to please Krishna when we are doing those activities? When we do the direct devotional activities, like chanting, hearing, remembering, we are discussing like that. So that connection I wanted to establish, because I recently observed someone was not able to make that connection. So they're thinking that is bhakti, I don't need to do too much of direct devotional activity. I can chant one round, but I will help everybody like this. I can do this, I can do that like that. So that connection is important, and connection comes from doing direct devotion practices. Now, we'll discuss about each of these devotion practices in a brief way, considering we have another half an hour only left. So, first one is Shravanam, or hearing. Hearing about what we heard just now, hearing about holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Supreme Lord. Here it says Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. So holy name. That means when we chanting the holy name, we are hearing the holy name. That is Shravanam. Prabhupada focuses on chanting first when he's talking. By the way, this purport is 7.5 pages long. So Prabhupada saw it so important. Very few verses in the whole Bhagavatam have such a long purport. That means such an essential verses for all of us as practicing devotees. So here, Shravanam or hearing. Prabhupada starts with chanting of the holy name. When we chant, we hear. So Prabhupada also describes when he's talking about how to chant. He says, we chant, pronounce clearly, and then we hear. So that is the main focus when we are chanting like that. So that means, what are we chanting? We should be hearing. Not, I should not be hearing my neighbors chanting. I should not be hearing something else like that. But whatever I am chanting. So that is the main aspect. Of course, within chanting, there are multiple levels. We'll talk more about it. So that is the holy name. Hearing holy name is one aspect. Another aspect is hearing from scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, like these scriptures. And where Krishna's form is described, Krishna's pastimes are described, Krishna's wonderful friendly nature, grateful nature is described. All those things we can hear. Why we want to hear about Krishna more? Because when we want to love someone, only when we know that person more, then we can develop some affection and love for them. If I don't know anything about the person, I love Krishna because I don't know who is he, what does he do, what is great thing about him, then it doesn't make any sense. So love means I have strong affection for them also. And I like them also. And also I want to do something for them also. Love is done in the form of service. So our goal is to be situated in pure devotional service to Krishna. That is the platform we are aiming at. To aim that platform, we need to know about Krishna. Oh, I heard Krishna is grateful even if by accidentally I chant the holy name also. So now he is such a nice person. Let me do something more. Then he'll be more happy. Like that, we'll develop affection for him like that. And when we hear from scripture, oh, when we come to temple, we can glorify Krishna. When we offer praise to Krishna, we don't ask them, Krishna, please make sure my job is great. Please, Krishna, please make sure my health is good. Krishna, please make sure my family is well. So that is also good to go before Krishna. But we are also meant to glorify Krishna. Krishna, thank you for letting me live today. Thank you for giving me a nice home to stay. Thank you for giving me a nice family. Thank you for giving me opportunity to associate with devotees. Thank you for giving me opportunity to read Srimad Bhagavatam. Like that, we can appreciate Krishna. We can glorify Krishna in our own way. It doesn't need to be a grand glories like Prahlad Maharaj could offer prayers. Queen Kunti could offer prayers. They definitely glorify amazingly because their relation is so great. But we can glorify at our level. It can be as simple as that. And Prabhupada also recommends, we can also chant the standard prayers as a glorification also. That is another way we can do it. So, for example, each of the deity has a pranam mantra. When we go before deities, we chant their pranam mantra. So, these are things we are learning from scriptures. So, practically we learn. This all comes from Shravanam, hearing. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described the entire Vedic knowledge into 3 categories. Sambandha Gnana, Abhideya Gnana and Prayojana Gnana. Sambandha Gnana means understanding relationship of Krishna with us and everything around us. And then Abhideya Gnana means once we understand our relationship with Krishna, relationship of everything with Krishna, then what do we do in our relationship with Krishna? That is Abhideya Gnana. That means how to practice bhakti. Like today we are hearing about Navaveda Bhakti, 9 processes of devotional service. And then Prayojana. After we do this, what happens? What is that we are aiming for? I just want to be happy without any health problems. Is that the goal of life? Or I want to develop Krishna Prema. So that is the Prayojana Gnana. Scriptures are giving that to us. So by hearing regularly, we can understand our relationship with Krishna. When we understand relationship with Krishna, then we want to serve Him. That is Abhideya Gnana. then we all understand how do I serve him. Then we pay attention to that aspects of scripture. Krishna is telling me, when somebody does this, it's pleasing to me. When somebody is nice to others, is pleasing to me. That's what Krishna tells. So the key is, let us say I am related to somebody, then I have loving feelings to them. Like for example, common example is, before getting married, the boy and girl don't know each other. But the moment they get married, they understand, oh, I have a husband now, I have a wife now, so I need to take care of them nicely. Then naturally, how do I take care of them? How do I serve them? That comes next level. So similarly, Sambandha, when we understand our relationship with Krishna, then we understand how I can serve them like that. Then naturally, the result will follow, prayojana. Why it is important to know the prayojana? So that way, we are striving for the right goal, not for the goal that will go away in 1 month, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, not like that. We are striving for the right goal like that. And then we are measuring how we are going towards that goal, not some other material goal like that. That's why understanding about prayojana is important. This all comes through hearing. And when we are hearing, it is very important to hear from the right source. What is the right source? From scriptures we hear. Right source means somebody who is coming in an authorized parampara or disciplic succession. That means somebody who already has a guru. Not that I say, I just woke up today morning and I am enlightened now. I will tell you, you need to listen to me. Not like that. I need to have a guru, he needs to have a guru, and they all need to be connected to Supreme Lord Krishna ultimately. So that is the first criteria, whom we hear from. That means it means very selective and filter whom we hear from. Whether it's personally we are hearing or whether we are hearing in YouTube, Facebook, whatever media we are using. We need to be selective whom we should hear from. First filtering. This morning we were discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, 4th chapter, where Parikshit Maharaj was telling Sukadeva Goswami, I heard you, my dear Sukadeva Goswami, and my ignorance is getting destroyed. Like that he is describing. So that means we should have that effect of transformation, not just more knowledge we get. That is the fruit of hearing. That happens when we select the right source. So that means we need to filter. First we need to understand what the right source means. What is the parampara means. How do you check who is in a parampara like that. Then that is the first filter we apply, whom we hear from. Next filter is, are they speaking about movies? They are from right guru, right parampara. Are they speaking about movies and this and that? Are they speaking about Krishna Katha? They are speaking about Krishna and devotees and bhakti. So that's the second filter we apply. That means when we get association of senior devotees, we need to be careful what we are talking to them. We don't talk to them, oh, how is your car going? How is your travel going to office? Our focus is Krishna Katha. Of course, for casual, small interactions is okay. But if you have half an hour time with them, the 25 minutes should not be spent with a regular casual talk. So we ask them about Krishna Katha. We listen from Krishna Katha. Second filter. First filter was right speaker coming from right source. Second filter is they are speaking something about Krishna or Bhakti. That's the second filter. Third filter is what is their motivation in speaking? We need to check. Is there motivation to get more followers? Is there more motivation to become famous? Is there motivation to make money? Is there motivation like that? Essentially, is it a material motivation? Or they want to serve Krishna? They want to serve others, to share whatever they understood out of gratitude for their own guru, for whatever they understood from other Vaishnavas. So that motivation check also we can make. How can we make that motivation check? It's easy. When we hear 1 or 2 classes, we'll understand. Are they fully on the path of enjoying, or controlling, or they want to serve? We'll understand that. So that's the third filter we can apply. Finally, the fourth check we need to do, if we are hearing from somebody regularly, is that am I getting transformed or not? That means I'm getting more knowledge or I'm actually getting inspiration to apply the knowledge in my daily life, or I'm actually getting motivated to apply in my life. So then I'm like understanding how to apply in my life. That is the fourth check we need to do when you are hearing. So then, of course, the fourth thing involves both the speaker and the hearer, me also. If I'm not hearing, if I'm hearing for entertainment, oh, that joke is nice. That there's a new thing I did not know. It is very nice. Is that my motivation in hearing? Then I will not progress much. But if the motivation of learning is, I want to know about Krishna. I want to know about Bhakti. I want to know how to practice Bhakti nicely. So if that is my motivation, then I can gather those jewels from the session and then apply in my life. And in fact, most of you might know Bhagavad Gita verse, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. So in that verse, the point being stressed is, when we meet a spiritual master, when we meet a sadhu, what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to submit to them. That means not think, oh, I know more than him. He is talking something, but I know more than him. That's not the attitude we have. Okay, let me hear something. He knows better than me something. Whether it's a lot of it or one thing at least. When we are hearing from somebody, we need to have that submission first. Number one. Next is, we need to hear attentively from them. And then, once we hear attentively from them, if we don't understand something, we ask them to check. And understanding means not theoretical knowledge. So, okay, you are telling me Krishna is the controller. So, how do I apply that in my life? What does it mean? That means I am not the controller. That means when something is not going according to my plan, I need to understand, oh, Krishna, you are the controller. You must have some better thing for me. So, like that. So, practically, when we are thinking about how to apply in my life, then when we will get doubts, oh, he's saying Krishna is a controller, but how do I apply in my life? I don't understand it. Let me ask him. So, if I'm not the controller, then I should not be doing anything? I should just sleep, Krishna will do everything? We should ask that question. Then we'll understand how to apply it properly. So, that's the next level. Application level we ask, inquiry. This is called inquiry. So, first we submitted, then we're asking questions after hearing. And then sevaya, that means service. Service means, one service is using hands and legs, doing something practical for the great soul, like Mahatma, like Guru, Sadhu, like that. That is one obvious service. But the more important service Sadhu or Guru appreciates is what are we hearing from them, are we accepting in our heart, and are we doing something practical by applying it in my life like that. Thank you. Are we doing something practical by applying in our life? Sadhu and Guru will be very, very pleased when we are applying the knowledge that they are giving. More than we give them some money. That is the most important thing they are looking for. Because their purpose in teaching and preaching is to help us, not for something else. They are not looking for followers or money. That they might ask for doing some service. But the main priority for them is we apply whatever they are hearing from them. Because when we apply what we are hearing from them, we will make progress in our relationship towards Krishna. That pleases them, that pleases Krishna also. So they want to please Krishna. So that is the seva part. That means applying. And the critical aspect is, sometimes we go to sadhus. My dear sadhu, please give me blessings. My dear Guru Maharaj, please give me blessings. Yes, they might keep their hand on our head. More than that blessing, if you remember, oh, when my Guru Maharaj came 5 years ago, he told me, chant like this. He told me, read like this. Then if I do that, my Guru Maharaj will be pleased. When we remember that in our consciousness, and when we do that every day, then we actually get lots of mercy from our Guru and Sadhu. More than them keeping their hand. That doesn't mean that will not give blessings. Their few devotee touch is amazing. That itself will give a lot of blessings. In fact, few devotees seeing us itself will give blessings. Few devotees thinking about us, few devotees praying for us will give a lot of blessings for us to grow in bhakti. Few devotees blessing that always remember Krishna, that is amazing for us. But more important is what instructions they are giving, we understand and apply in our life. That is the seva part described in that verse. So when we do that, then we get the mercy. That is the secret of getting mercy from sadhu and guru, like that. So that is about Shravanam we talked about. Of course, we can talk a lot about Shravanam, each of these, but we are limiting that considering the time we have. Now, we'll go to the Kirtanam. Kirtanam is also about the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Generally, japa, when we are doing chanting, when we are doing in a voice that only we can hear, nobody else, then that is japa. But when we are chanting really loudly, that is kirtan. So, the holy name when we are chanting like that loudly, that's called kirtanam. Similarly, when we are describing something about Krishna to somebody, that is also kirtanam. When we are appreciating Krishna in some way to others, that's also kirtanam. When we are reading some verses of Bhagavatam, that's also kirtanam, like that. So, this kirtanam is the second of the 9 process of devotion service. So, the way, if you notice, when we are speaking, we are not only doing kirtanam, we are also hearing ourselves. So, Shravanam, Kirtanam are going together like that. Same thing when we are doing chanting like that. So, the Kirtanam is also very important. So, Srila Prabhupada, in one of the first canto, one of the purports, he writes that more important than hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is understanding and explaining to others. Something like that. So, that's what he describes. That means, why is that important? Because I think I understood. I got it. As I'm hearing, I'll think I got it. The moment I need to tell somebody, what did you get? Then I'll think, oh, it was such a nice class. Okay, Prabhu, what is one point you got from class? Oh, he told something about bhakti. So that means we're not paying full attention in hearing. We need to get at least 1 point from each class we're hearing, because we're spending our important time, valuable life, significant portion of our life, half an hour or 1 hour like that. So we need to get at least 1 point to remember, take home point. And then what do you need to change in my life we need to get in the class. So when you get that, how do we practice doing that? Is sharing with one close friend. Okay, today I read this verse in Bhagavatam. And this is what I understood. We'll share with somebody. Then we're sharing with somebody, even though I think I got it right. But when sharing, oh, what did he say? I forgot. Okay, let me go back book. So that's a good thing. So that's a great practice for us. Because then we'll remember, okay, that is the main point they're telling. We don't have to remember every line of the purport. But we need to remember the essence. Then when we're sharing, then we remember, oh, okay, that is the main point. So that becomes a practice also, and we are doing a service to other devotee also, and is helping us also at the same time. That's why, even though we may not be pure devotee, we still share whatever we understand, whatever we read, whatever we heard with others, like that. Sometimes we'll think, oh, I'm not such a high platform. What if they ask this question? What if they ask that question? I don't understand all the intricacies, so I'll be in trouble. That's okay. That will help us in developing humility. Oh, listen, I don't know everything. We'll get the realization. Otherwise, you'll think I know everything about bhakti. The moment I start talking to somebody, then I will understand. Oh, he's asking question. Oh, why are you telling like this? Then I will think, okay, correct. I did not understand that also. Let me go back and ask my mentor. Let me go back and ask my guru. Then we can ask. And that way we are also learning. And we can also share with them again after that. There's nothing being ashamed of this. That because we are not perfect. We don't know everything. But this is the path to learn scriptures nicely and then apply in our life. So Kirtanam helps in that angle also. That is the second process we talked about. Now, Prabhupada talks about Smaranam next. Interestingly, Prabhupada says, when you do sufficient Sravanam, hearing, sufficient Kirtanam, sufficient speaking or chanting, then you will get the Smaranam nicely, he says. That doesn't mean we don't need to wait for perfection at the end of the life to start Smaranam. Remembering. Smaranam means remembering Krishna. So, that way, Yeah. So we don't need to wait for the remembrance of Krishna toward the end of the life. We can do daily some remembrance. Like for example, recently when His Grace Haripashad Prabhu came, he shared something from Haribhakti Vilas. There's another scripture written by Srila Sanatana Goswami. So he shared something nice. Every day morning when we get up in the morning, we chant some Krishna's holy name. Then after chanting Krishna's holy name, we remember some Krishna's pastime. This can happen in 1-2 minutes, not too much time at all. So that's the Smaranam daily practice he is describing. That way we can inculcate daily practice of Smaranam in our life like that. Number one. Number two, I know some devotees in my life, when I talk to them, every situation they come across, they'll remember something their Guru Maharaj said on the topic. Or they remember something they read on this topic. Or they remember something they heard on the topic like that. Related to Krishna. So that means they're so much absorbed in Shravanam that they can remember Krishna with everything. When somebody talks about microphone, they can tell, oh, Prabhupada one day gave an example of microphone. Microphone is like an instrument. Like we are also meant to be instrument of Krishna. So we are also meant to be a transparent instrument of Krishna. Whatever he is trying to give to others, we can share through us like that. Or when somebody is glorifying us, we can pass on the glorification to Krishna because we are an instrument. Like that, some devotees can remember Krishna and Guru in every situation. How is that possible? Because they cultivated that regular hearing and regular chanting also, Kirtanam. That is why they are able to remember the Krishna like that. And this initially, this remembrance can be like this, very basic like this. A related topic I'll remember like that. Later on, it will become remembrance at an affectionate level. Oh, Krishna is so kind to me. Krishna is protecting me in this way. Krishna wants my benefit always. Krishna is my well-wisher. Like that, remembrance can go higher levels. But initially, we can start with something. So the way to start with is like daily practice and also doing more Shravanam, more Kirtanam like that. And when we're doing this Shravanam, Kirtanam also, we're doing it to please Krishna. That way, we can get to Smaranam like that. Yeah? That's the word Smaranam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam. Interestingly, Padasevanam has two broad meanings described by devotees. One meaning is serving the lotus feet of the Lord Krishna. That is one way to do it is remembering lotus feet of Krishna. When devotees take darshan of the Lord, they start with the lotus feet of the Lord like that. And when they later on go out, they can, that not only we take the picture with the iPhone, we should take a mental image of Krishna. Then when we go out, we can remember, oh, Krishna's lotus feet is like this, like that. So that's one way of Padasevanam, remembering lotus feet of the Krishna. And then directly serving the lotus feet of Krishna. That can be our deity forms of the Lord, what we have. If you have a home deity at home, we can massage the lotus feet of Krishna like that. Or we can offer flower at the lotus feet of Krishna like that. When we are offering flower like that, we need to meditate. Krishna, this is for your pleasure, like that. Then that is a Padasevana, one way. That means serving the lotus feet of the Lord. One category. Second category is with our feet, we are offering some service to the Lord like that. Examples are doing pradakshina when we come to the temple, when the deity darshan is open like this. Then, or going to the holy places like Vrindavan, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri like that. We're making effort. Or recently, yesterday we celebrated Rath Yatra. We walk in the Rath Yatra parade like that. So this is all Padasevanam also. And like deity temple pradakshina, Tulsi Devi pradakshina every day morning we do. That also is Padasevanam. At least 3 times is described in Nectar of Devotion. We can do more times also, but minimum 3 times. So Tulsi Devi pradakshina also every day if you do. That's also Padasevanam like that. We talked about Shravanam, hearing, Kirtanam, chanting, and then Smaranam, remembering, and then Padasevanam. That means serving the lotus feet of the Lord like that. Then Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Swaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam. That is most of us familiar with Archanam. That means doing Aarti for Krishna, offering flowers to Krishna, like that. And then, in fact, when we come for 4:30 Aarti, even though Pujari is doing the actual worship, we all get benefited because we are attending the Aarti. They are doing it on our benefit, on our behalf. So we all can pay attention while the Pujari is offering all the different articles like that. That is the wonderful nature of deity worship and bhakti. So, and at home, we can offer some flowers, some fruit, or some prayers. We'll talk about prayers also coming up. Like that, Aarti also we can offer like that at home. So that is about Archanam. So, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanidam. Vandanam. Vandanam means offering prayers to the Lord. So our day in the morning we start with Mangalarti. We glorify our spiritual master as a representative of Krishna. We are saying, my dear spiritual master, you given me the deity worship opportunity. My dear spiritual master, you given me nice prasadam mercy. You give mercy in different ways. Like that we are glorifying spiritual master. When we glorify spiritual master, who will be pleased? Krishna will be pleased. Why? Because Krishna loves his devotees. So when Krishna is glorified, his devotees are pleased. When his devotees are glorified, Krishna is pleased. So that's the best way we can offer prayers, like Mangalarti prayers, so glorifying spiritual master. Our Tulsi prayers, we are offering glorification to Tulsi. My dear Tulsi, you are so dear to Krishna. Like that we are praying every day. That is pleasing to Krishna like that. And then also Narasimhadev prayers we offered just now. That's also, these prayers are called Vandanam. That's a beautiful way. And prayers means, these are standard prayers. Along with standard prayers, we can offer natural appreciation or glorification for Krishna. Krishna, you've been so kind to me like this. Like that we can appreciate. That's also part of Vandanam. Next is Dasyam, I think, right? Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam. Dasyam means as a servant of Krishna. So, we're connecting with Krishna. We don't know what is our relationship with Krishna when we go back to spiritual world. We don't have that relation yet. So, but whatever relationship we have with Krishna, ultimately the basis of all of that is service as a servant. So, with that understanding, we serve Krishna. How can we serve Krishna? One of the simple ways is, whatever we cook at home, we offer to Krishna food. That is a simple way of serving Krishna. And then we get, for example, we get some flowers for Krishna. We get some fruits for Krishna. Like that, whatever or some nice dress for Krishna. That's the way we are offering service to the other person. Like Dasya. When you have maid servant, what do? They take care of all our needs. Similarly, we are offering service to Krishna by taking care of his needs like that. So, Dasyam. And then, Sakyam, friendship. Sri Prabhupada writes in this purport, thinking about Krishna as a friend itself is a service, he says. I'm not doing anything. I'm just thinking, he is my friend. That itself is service, he says. Number one level. Now, when we have a friend, we just not just think about him, we actually offer some service to them. That means when they send a message to us, we'll read the message. We will not leave the message for the next 3 days afterwards, like that. Or when we have an opportunity to serve them some way, we serve them like that. Similarly, Krishna gave us messages. How did Krishna give messages? Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So when we read the scriptures, understanding that Krishna gave us this, so then we're also serving Krishna. So that is a nice way of friendship. Like how when a friend sends a message, we read it. Similarly, when Krishna is giving the messages, we read them and apply in our life. That's the way we can keep our friendship for them. And what friends do? Friends appreciate. So when I remember my friend, I'll remember he's such a nice person. He is so nice like this, like that. Similarly, we can appreciate Krishna. That is one way we can do friendship. And the way we can do friendship is when we'll do what our friend will like. For example, Krishna likes us to tell others about Krishna, tell others about holy name, tell others about, give some bhakti book to others like that, give some prasadam to others like that. So when we do that, we're keeping our friendship with Krishna like that. Because he likes that. When we do that, he says, he is very dear to me. Sri Sri Radha Madhav ki jai, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Sudarshan ki jai, Giri Govardhan ki jai, Nitai Gaur Sundar ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I'll only take a couple of minutes. So, few minutes maximum 5 minutes, okay? So and then we'll open for questions. For 5 to 10 minutes we have maximum. So, we're talking about Sakyam, friendship. So, one way of thinking about Krishna as our friend, when we realize Krishna is our friend, when we see different things happening in our life, how they are merciful, how they are actually so beneficial to me. Even sometimes distress, sometimes nice things happening, they are arranged by Krishna only. So we need to give the credit to Krishna. When you give that credit to Krishna, we'll feel, oh, Krishna is my well-wisher. Krishna is my friend. He wants to do what is good for me, like that. That is one way to accept Krishna as a friend. And do these things as a friend does to others, like that. Now, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. That's the last thing I think, right? Atma Nivedanam. So Atma Nivedanam is complete surrender to Krishna. Obviously, that sounds like such a big thing. Complete surrender to Krishna. Prabhupada is so merciful. What did he write in the translation? Very simple. Serving with body, mind and words, right? In other words, serving him with the body, mind and words. That means, according to my capacity, I will serve with my body. For example, some devotee can stand in book distribution for 8 hours in a festival. But I can stand for 2 hours in the festival. Then I can do that much with my body. Somebody can speak about Krishna for 6 hours. I can speak for 2 minutes. That is serving with according to my capacity words. And then mind, remembering about Krishna. So that is a service. Somebody, Goswami level, they can remember Krishna in a samadhi. They don't get any other thoughts. But I'll at least get some thoughts for some time. I'll get some other thoughts, material thoughts for now. But it's okay, I'll serve with that, like that. So according to our capacity, we serve. That is Atma Nivedanam. That means whatever we are able to do at our level, we need to figure out how I can serve Krishna according to my capacity. It can be as simple of telling somebody, this temple is, do you know that there is ISKCON temple in Baltimore, in Catonsville? Telling them, do you know there is a Sunday program going on? Somebody comes to temple regularly, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday also. Then we can encourage them to come on Sunday also. Not that don't come on Monday, Tuesday, but come on Sunday also, like that. Like that we can encourage, or we can give them some prasadam. We can offer some nuts at our home to the deities and then give it to others, like that. So prasadam distribution. We can keep some books in our car all the time. Some small books of Prabhupada. It doesn't cost much, $2, $3 maximum, $1, like that. And we give it to the others, like that. This is the way we are serving Krishna through our body, mind and words, somehow or other, like that. Another important thing is, when we are treating others as a child of Krishna, then that's a service to Krishna also. That means when we are thinking everybody is a child of Krishna, then we're naturally nice to others. We don't want to scold them, we don't want to treat them badly, like that. Of course, if there's somebody is in an administration duty, they need to teach a lesson, that's a different story. They're doing as a duty, like that. But when we're nice to others, we're thinking that they're Krishna's servants, Krishna's children, then we're serving Krishna also. That is all serving with body, mind and words. Nothing fancy. And then we understand from scriptures what is Krishna like. We'll do that. Then that is a service to Krishna, like that. So just to summarize, we talked about how we all need to make time in our daily life for direct devotion service with the 9 processes of devotion service, like that. So I gave you some examples of each of these. You can read the purport also. And then see, can I add one more element in my life that is not there yet? Like that we can think and add that into life, like that. Krishna is so wonderful that he doesn't think, oh, he has 24 hours but he's only giving me 10 minutes. No, he's grateful. Wow, he's giving 10 minutes today. And the next day I give 15 minutes. Wow, he increased 15 minutes. That means he wants to really come to me. Like that Krishna will think. So that is a grateful kritagnata, that attitude is there for Krishna. So with that understanding, we do direct devotion service also every day, apart from whatever daily duties we are doing. And we make sure that doesn't miss, like that. So that is the essential principle. And we talked about each of the 9 processes of devotion service. Now we have about 9 minutes. If anybody has comments, questions, we can discuss. Otherwise, you can go to prasadam early also. Yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yeah. Anybody has any comments or questions? Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sure, I'll check. Maybe it's not the small mics or the... it's here. Sure, bro. Tell me. I will repeat the question for those who cannot hear. Sure, I'll start with that. So his question is, these 9 processes of devotional service, can we do it alone without any help from others like that? Is that the right way? Okay. Yes and no. So first things, but primarily we all need to hear first. How do you do that? Each of these limbs, number 1. Then when I'm doing them, I get doubts. Am I doing correctly? Am I doing wrong? Am I doing the best way or not? So we need guidance also. Just to give an example. Other day I was talking to one of my relatives and they know that they need to chant holy name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But for so many months they are not chanting. And I was asking to encourage, are you chanting regularly? Then they shared with me, I wanted to ask you for so long, but I am missing to ask. What is that question? They're very old. Being old persons need to go to the toilet more regularly compared to the little younger devotees. Yeah? So then that means they have the misconception that if I go to toilet, I cannot chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra that day. So, and also they take bath a little later because early morning is very cold for them. So I cannot chant in the morning without taking bath. Now, because of these reasons, they stopped chanting. So now, when they shared with somebody, then they will tell, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is not like the Vedic Pranava mantras that start with Om, for example. So, which require very, very clean state. We need to be very, very pure. We need to have taken bath like that. But Hare Krishna Mantra, so merciful that we can chant in any state of mind, any state of body situation also. So now, if they are doing it by their own, they would not have progressed anymore further. Now they shared with another devotee, they told us it's okay to chant anytime, please chant. So like that, each person has a practice that they need to do. For example, Tulsi. Tulsi Pradakshina is Pada Sevana we heard today. That is amazing. Somebody got that point from the class. They do Tulsi Puja, Tulsi Pradakshina for 6 hours a day. Forget chanting. Forget hearing. So now they need a guidance. Somebody will tell, oh, that is very important. That is bhakti only. You are doing Padasevanam. That will get you result. But to do that in the right consciousness, you also need to chant Baba. Then you will do that same activity in right consciousness. And then when you hear about Tulsi's glories, then with the appreciation you will do the Pradakshina now. Like that, some guidance is required like that. These are examples of guidance we always need in spiritual life. But you can always start where you are. Make sense? You had another question? Or? Yes, yeah.
So, a busy man in the Bengal world, if he has some attention with some new person, he doesn't care about others. Like say he has attention from whom he meets. He doesn't care about others. So I just have a question. If Krishna has so many devotees in spiritual world, and if we don't care, at least material conditions don't care about Supreme Lord, why should he services from us. We have cheated him so long, and now when I get some problem, I run from help. Why should he take our services? Just
Oh, very nice. So the question for those who could not hear. So Krishna, why Krishna wants to still help us, even though we rejected him, even though we don't want to serve him, even though we go to him only when we need something. Some of us do that. So that means, then why does he need to listen when we go to him for pray for something? Why does he need to fulfill the desires? Is that right? Okay. So that is Prabhupada gives the example of father and child, or mother and child, like that. So when, parents will have the understanding of this thing. Some children, parenting is a service where you need to give. Especially in the younger years, where they cannot eat by themselves, they cannot put dress by themselves, like that. And then there's no expectation of receiving something from them. That is the parenting service. And parenting is such a nice thing that even if the child scolds you, even if the child leaves the home for 20 years and he comes back, parent is happy to receive him. He doesn't say, oh, you remember 20 years ago you told me you were useless. Why are you coming to me? No, you get out. Most parents don't do that. So basically, this is called disapproving. His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu wrote a book called Disapproving, but not disowning, like that. He never disowns. Similarly, Krishna never disowns. He understands this guy will suffer with these actions. By rejecting me, by doing this sinful activity, he will suffer. What to do? But he will never disown us. Okay, I cancelled, took him out of my family. He never do that. That's number one. And that is the nature of, actually, if you understand this clearly, then we develop so much love for Krishna. Krishna, unconditional love. In this world, I give example of parents. Still, I'm conditional. I might still have some thought process. Oh, when I become old, maybe my son will take care of me. I might have that. But Krishna is not like that. He's not expecting anything from us. Because he's everything he needs. His only intention is, let me give him something, so that he's happy always. Or a pure devotees like Prabhupada, their intention was everybody should be happy in the world. Not everybody should join ISKCON and serve me, serve a mission. No. That is a bonus. Because then more devotees will come. But his main purpose is everybody should be happy. That's why he says, if there are Christians, let them chant their God's name. Muslims, let them chant their God names. But let them practice their scripture nicely. So like that, Krishna is unconditional love. That is why he is ready to reciprocate anytime, irrespective of whatever conditions we have done in the past, like that. Make sense? Okay, any other last comment or question? Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hmm.
What can you elaborate on the differences between the two, and why do they need to be separately listed? They're both service to Krishna. Why do they separate?
Okay, thank you, bro. Yeah, so generally this is given by Prahlad Maharaj, Acharya. So I don't know why he delineated both of them separately, but we can understand some difference from our understanding. So Dasyam generally is a service attitude. Internal mood of service attitude is highlighted in Dasyam. So with the internal mood of service attitude, I can do any service as a Dasyam, like that. That means I am considering Krishna as superior to me, and I need to offer some service to him, including menial service. That's what is coming to him. Then Palsevanam, Shravanam, Kirtanam, all these are different kinds of services we are offering to Krishna in the service attitude, like that. Meaning, Palsevanam is basically serving as the lotus feet of the Lord, or serving with our feet, like taking pilgrimage places, going to holy places, or doing protection of the Lord, doing protection of Tulsi Devi, like that. So, Dasyam is a general service attitude, and with the understanding of Krishna is superior to me, I am serving him in a menial way. And Palsevanam specifically is serving the lotus feet of the Lord, or serving with my feet, Lord, like that. Is one specific aspect of service That is my understanding. I know you have any other relations you can share, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, I think 6:15, so we should end here. So, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kupasindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Thank you, devotees. Hare Krishna.